All right, guys, Shotty T here. We got another video bright and early in the morning because I'm getting ready to go on a little bit of a vacation. I talk about it in more detail in a video that you'll see after this. I did a little bit of day 4 walkthrough, not as extensive as the other days because day 4 is a pretty simple day. And I talk about it in that video, so make sure that you check that out when it does come out. One of the things I didn't mention in that video is that with the ghost ops, you also get 5 plunders a day, and I always recommend plundering the shiny ones because you can get drone parts occasionally. But the bigger thing is you get guaranteed 20 mystery supply boxes versus if you plunder a regular 5 star. Um, See if I can find one real quick because I'll have time to collect that. Usually they don't collect those the minute that they hatch. But yeah, we're not going to take any more chances. Let's go ahead and get this. I'm trying to find an example here. Um, Wham. And I got another one. I'm going to share that with the Alliance. Ooh, somebody else was on that one actually. I'm glad I did get that out the way. And I think I got another one over here. Yep. Wham. We're going to share that with the Alliance. I think I'm almost at my quota. I think I need one more. But again, I'll do that later because that's not the purpose of the video. It's to hunt these things. I do have a couple of secret tasks that are right on the horizon too, though. Yep. I always got that mental clock in my head. So figure I can give you guys a little bit of this action here before I get into the main thing in my video. All right, so we're going to share that with the Alliance, and I think I got another secret task. That one's already ready, but it was only a level 5. We're not being too picky this morning because it's slim pickings. I don't want to take too long with these things, and I've probably got a couple more secret tasks left to go, but let me just remove all these bookmarks so that way I don't just go somewhere random without knowing why I went there. So let's see, we got 2 more plunders left there and 1 more ghost stop. But again, we'll do that later. But again, make sure that you're plundering those starred ghost ops instead of these regular ones. Because look at the difference. You only get 7 of those mystery boxes. And like I said, it's just not as lucrative of a plunder. So again, I mean, I'll share it with the world, the world chat. In my alliance, I'm only going to share the shiny ones because some people are just okay with just getting those because it is tedious to hunt the exclusive ones for sure. All right, guys. So remember I talked about how the OP the aircraft class is with Sarah just getting her ultra rare promotion. Make sure you check that video out. Well, the missile class and Adam in particular said, hold my beer. So his exclusive weapon is here. I had a preview of it, and it is crazy. Um, it makes me want to just shift my whole focus to my missile squad. I know I just talked about how focused the aircraft is, but I'm probably gonna at least make my missile squad my second best and kind of put tank in the back burner until Williams' exclusive weapon comes up. I'm pretty sure his exclusive weapon is probably gonna say, hold my beer and you drink it. All right, so let's see. Let's look at Adam. Let's look at his exclusive weapon. Let's look at his regular skills before the exclusive weapon so that way you can see the difference. Because I haven't purchased it yet, but I'm probably gonna. So, so let's look at it here. So as usual, the upper left hand corner skill, nothing to write home about. It's just his regular attack stuff that affects him individually. All right, but who knows? The exclusive weapon might make a difference. But let's see. All right, so this one is the one that's pretty good, even without the exclusive weapon. So just wait until you see the exclusive weapon. Though he enters a counter defense state for 8.5 seconds, and of course that varies based off the skill level and the stars. after releasing the skill. Responds with a normal attack upon taking damage up to once per second. And of course, when you give him the 4 stars, this is the key to him. And again, I talked about this in that Sarah video. If you just got Adam and you want to swap him, and I probably would highly recommend doing this. If you want to be an outlier and just make Missile your top squad overall, I recommend going to this hero swap event. If you got a 1-star Adam, all right, and you got like a 5-star Scarlet or Violet that you've used your token on in season 2 or season 3, because moving forward they're really not that useful. I would do this in a heartbeat. Swap a 0-star Adam for a 5-star Violet, and you'll instantly get Adam to 5 stars, because you're gonna need him to 5 stars to unlock the exclusive weapon, because you're gonna want to do this. Okay. All right. So let's do that. So first and foremost, and we're clicking on the wrong area. So let's go back, because I'm so excited about this Adam. All right. So if you get him the 4 stars, that counter defense state is huge. And of course, the counter attack damage will also apply to the front row units as well. So that's the reason why you see me have a Swift in the front row, because he has his own individual abilities that allows him to be on the front row. All right, and let's look at this last one here. Reduces all damage taken by front row units by a certain percentage, with the effects doubled for missile heroes in the counter defense state. So again, more of a reason to put attackers in the front row. But again, I got McGregor in the front row for now, but there might be some scenarios where it may be useful to have Tesla and Swift in the front row. All right, so I already do that for my Missile Wanted boss monster, and that makes a huge difference there. And this exclusive weapon is only going to make that part bigger also. So that is Adam before the exclusive weapon. Let's look at it after. First thing I'm going to say is that his tank, the visuals for this is kind of crazy. I mean, this is level 30. Okay, so let's just look at the visuals real quick. So level 1, okay, got a little grinder there, one of those little shredder type wheel grinding, and then let's look at the second one here. Now we got a bigger tank. I guess got that little grinding thing again in the front, so I guess kind of like that. Level 20. Now we got 3 of them, so we're bigger. And then level 30 is just crazy. You got double grinders, and you got like a little transformer type of ordeal. So that is pretty cool. So I like that graphic alone by itself, but it's gonna take me forever and a day to get him to level 30. But let's look at the skill. So you see the pictures. Let's look at the skill. It ain't just pictures with him. Okay, so this is when you unlock his exclusive weapon out the gate before you get him to level 10 or anything. All right, during battle, reduces all damage taken by your front row units by 14%. All right, and that's at the base level, and it only goes higher from there. Missile heroes gain double the attack while double the effect while in defense counter state. So if I'm not mistaken, that's the default one. That's the same as you saw on this basic skill. But this added part increases the counterattack damage of your entire squad by 6%. Okay? Now, keep in mind, the counter defense state is only going to apply to the front row units. So it seems like it would be backwards, because you're going to see that the effect of this second part once you get them to level 10. And this is, again, level 10 is where you want to get. Anytime you get a new exclusive weapon, level 10 is that sweet spot you want to get to. It doesn't cost as many exclusive weapon shards to get there, because this one you definitely want to get to level 10 to take advantage of that second part, because it's crazy. All right, so here it is. After casting the skill, your entire squad enters a counter attack state for a certain amount of seconds and increases 5% defense. So it just makes your entire squad more tanky, and they get the chance to take advantage of the counterattack. And remember, increase counterattack damage of your entire squad by 6%. So not just the front row. I mean, the front row is more of a defensive mechanism, but now we're talking about added attack for your entire squad. Okay. And while in this state, they perform one normal attack each time they take damage, up to once per second. So you attack me, I'm going to attack you with some authority, with 6% additional damage. So that's just crazy, man. That's crazy. I mean, it's like it's counteracting the counter that Lucius just provided, that provides protection as well. So Adam has his own protection mechanism that applies, and if you combine that with the McGregor exclusive weapon, where McGregor is already focusing the attacks, hey, hit me, and you got the rest of your team in this counter attack state, because they're gonna occasionally still get hit. They're gonna be able to really attack the other person's roster, while McGregor is taking the brunt of the hit. And that's really why McGregor's in the front row for me still, because you want him to absorb that as much as possible. But Adam's exclusive weapon from level 1 gets your reduction damage for the front row unit. So that's why we just want to give McGregor just a little bit more protection there. Level 30. Now, level 20, of course, is the same for every level 20. You get additional 7.5% attack, defense, and health pool. That's no different. But level 30, I mean, it's a pipe dream for me. It's a pipe dream for a lot of people, but only for whales at this moment. They can unlock this immediately, almost. Armor break counter. For every 6 counterattacks accumulated by your entire squad, okay, so not just the individual, for your entire squad, armor piercing ammunition is launched at the closest unit, dealing 170% damage and increasing its damage taken by auto attacks and counterattacks by 6% for 4 seconds. So let me just interpret that for you. So every 6 counterattacks, and more than likely most of these attacks that are being absorbed are probably by McGregor, that means the closest unit that is across from the aisle from where you are, and so more than likely it's a defender in the front row, or if they're almost dead, someone in the back row, it basically chinks their armor, whatever armor that they got, and it deals 100. So you're dealing more than double your damage, almost triple the damage, and it increases additional damage that they take by an additional 6% from auto attacks and counterattacks. So it just makes them more mushy. Okay, it makes them more mushy. It decreases their armor. It's so you get the benefit of attacks and defense with him, a combination of both, and that you don't really see exclusive weapons that do both like that, and it is crazy. So yeah, I'm just kind of torn right now. Of course, like I said, I'm likely gonna get them. I haven't gotten them yet, but it's very probable, 99.99% that I'm gonna get them. But man, like I said, this is the missile class I have right now, and that's the setup. Of course, Adam in the back row, got McGregor here, and Swift there. Now, again, I've seen some arenas where I've seen matchups literally like this, where they got both of them in the front row, and there might be merit to it. And you know me, I like to experiment, so I don't mind losing, especially if it's a 3 versus 3 arena. We get 30 attempts anyway. It's okay to experiment in some of these, because that's your best time to experiment these lineups, is when you do those 3 versus 3 arena. Because when you do the Storm arena, you only get 10 attempts. So I don't recommend trying these experiments on the Storm arena. So yeah, I don't know, man. This is kind of broken. It is broken. I mean, I'm probably gonna do a exclusive weapon rankings once all of these are released, or at least once the one Williams is released, because I don't want to reserve judgment just yet. But they like said, I see your Lucius and I raise you an Adam. But let's see what they got to say about Williams. I'm really curious because Williams, I don't know if he's with these exclusive weapons that they're given Lucius and Adam. I can't definitively say that Williams is the best defender in the game now. If you if you factor in the exclusive weapons, if you took the exclusive weapon out the equation, Williams is the best defender in the game. But with these exclusive weapons they just gave Adam and Lucius, I think they're bypassing him for now. But let's see what type of exclusive weapon they give Williams. And I can't wait to see what that's going to be. And just to kind of give you guys an idea of the timeline for that. So we just had Adam. We just had Adam. We're day 18. So in 3 weeks, the exclusive weapon for Williams. So they gave us a 2-week anticipation period between Lucius and Adam, but they're making us wait 3 weeks for Williams. So usually the bigger the wait, the bigger the anticipation, the bigger the payoff. So I have a feeling Williams' exclusive weapon is going to be even more broken. We will find out. But what do you guys think about that Adam exclusive weapon, guys? First of all, what do you think about the graphics, especially that level 30 Transformers? I love that. I love that by itself. But sometimes looking good isn't enough. But he looks good and he gets good benefit to your roster. All right, guys. So that'll do it. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll talk to you later.